It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. For Philadelphia, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. And we saw flashes of it last year. But after the long wait, it appears that Joel the Process Embiid is the real deal. Big fella, if he stays healthy, can he be the best big man in the league?
I say yes. And even though we compare him to a lot of big men, Hakeem, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, I'm going to say he's more like Chris Webber. Great shot from the outside and post moves that are beyond his years. Very fluid. I like this kid. The new C. Webb, that's his name.
You think he could give you 30?
Oh, no, not at all.
So you're not real serious.
Yes, he was so happy about it.
You can cancel that.
He's like,
You can cancel that one, Ernie.
No way he can give me 30.
well, I think it's rare to see guys his size, obviously.
Stop it. I did it. Don't say rare when I did it.
Now he doesn't
Don't say
like it.
rare when I did it.
Suddenly he's not that hot on Joel Embiid.
Rare is meaning it's 5 or less, and there are not. You're one of the 5.
Okay.
So 5
You're
or less.
medium rare.
Hakeem,
Yourself.
C. Webb.
No, C. Webb is not a real
Garnett.
too big. He's not too big. C. Webb is 6'9".
Take it to Kevin before I knock Kenny out, Ernie.
Excellent point. Kevin, take it.
Shaq starting over.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's interconference time for these Nuggets as they come in as the visiting team. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart, using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. A marquee matchup tonight. 2 great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. Now, I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and other guys like Bogut, even at an advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority 1.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. And Harris in the backcourt, and it's Chandler in at the small forward position.
How about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU,
probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
Now here's Fultz, following the miss by Jokic. Here's Embiid, and Embiid holds it down.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Murray kicks to Millsap. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Fultz the pass to Simmons. Screen by Sharge. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Simmons got 5 points so far.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Now here's Chandler. Jokic a screen. Shot clock at 6. Uncovered. Second chance effort. Millsap. No good on the shot. And the 76ers go the other way with it. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Chandler with the steal. And here we go with Chandler running it up the court. Got a piece of it.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that. Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Well, last season was just so huge for Wilson Chandler. So many people rooting for him after missing the entire 2016 NBA season and came back to have a very strong year. Averaged 15 points, shot about 46% from the field, 33% from the three-point line, and at times was the best offensive force that his team had to offer.
First free throw is good. For Chandler, his absence was felt when he sat out all of 2016. Brent, he's a player who can, as you said, give a team so much versatility with his skill set and ability to fill positions.
Well, he acts as a jack of all trades for any ball club that he's playing for, and you can play him basically from the 2 to the 4 spot, and he can make tons of contributions to you offensively.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
Now here's Murray after Ben Simmons miss, and there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Murray. Chandler's got 5.
How on earth did they let him get that wild?
Fultz dishes to Reddick. Screen by Sharge.
Chandler has some good years with the New York Knicks.
6 to shoot. Embiid with a screen on Harris. Here's Reddick. The 76ers with another miss. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. And now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
Harris misses.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And Reddick gets to Embiid. Rebound by Murray.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still, there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Now here's Millsap. Over Sharge. Millsap misses.
Got to get out of his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
No one near Fultz as he lets it go. And Embiid gets it to go.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Harris outside. Millsap a screen. to the right wing. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Over Shorich. Again, Millsap missing. The 76ers are on 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Simmons dishes to Fultz. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. It's Redick on the wing, guarded by Harris. The shot by Redick, no good. Nuggets trail. Murray with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And here's Harris from the arc. Drills it from outside.
Important to have shooters on the floor that can spread you out. Gary Harris likes to nail the deep three, and he does there.
Embiid, no good.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Pass to Jokic, right wing. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Embiid the screen. Here's Simmons. Here's Shorich. And it's sent back by Millsap. Chandler outside. Millsap kicks to Murray. The pass to Jokic. Over Embiid. And that one clearly a foul. Here's the whistle. And 2 shots coming up.
You watch Jokic out there and you just marvel at the combination of his size and his soft hands and his ability to see the court. Very strong on offense from all spots on the floor, stretches you out, makes the mid-range jumper from time to time. He's always moving to open space, and guys just seem to get energized when he has the ball because he's going to get it to him.
That free throw, no good. With Jokic, he seems to be the whole package in the offensive end. Brent, great footwork for his age, but the one area that needs to come along is his defense, many feel.
Well, Kevin, maybe defense and conditioning, but on offense, he has every tool that you'd want from a center. Actually, every tool you might want from a point guard. And that's how good he sees the floor, and incredible to think of what the offense did and how it transitioned behind what Jokic is capable of doing on that end.
Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all three of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well,
maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting step that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston. That's
yeah,
weird.
It is. It is.
3 careers ended.
Gentlemen,
that's something.
Weird.
Blue shot.
First one falls for him. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Barton outside. It's going to be 2 free throws, true contact on the shot. Will Barton, known as the People's Champ, is a fantastic scorer on the wing. Fearless with the shots he takes, Brent, and very aggressive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what you love most about Will Barton is his ability to attack a defender off the wing and play with speed and reckless abandon. It's him trying to find a more complete game, and also maybe Kevin trying to find a little bit more control around what he does offensively.
And he knocks down the first one.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
ball's good from Barton. Here's McConnell. Passes to Covington. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Luwawu. Sweet little floater.
Terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Nelson kicks to Millsap. It's deflected.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here this summer.
Over to the wing. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nelson gets to Millsap. Holmes with the steal. Covington against Millsap. Luwawu, the pass to McConnell. He dishes it to Covington. From outside, off the mark. Denver's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
Covington in his passing lane.
Shoots from 12. Here's Johnson. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the way up. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. The Nuggets trail by 3. Millsap left side. And they get it. That one wide
He's been
left.
taking bad shots all
Shoot his way
over.
out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
And I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Now here's Millsap. He feeds it to Barton. Pass to Nelson. Millsap kicks to Hernan Gomez. Back to Millsap. Shoots over Covington. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Millsap's got 6 points.
Well, the D providing some resistance there, but remember, Paul Millsap, NBA All-Star.
Here's Luwawu defending. It's tipped. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Stauskas is checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And Denver also making a switch. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Paul Millsap. Seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Plumlee kicks to Barton. Shot off the pick. And that one hits back iron. The 76ers lead. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's McConnell. Rebounded by Freed.
He had to step out. Should have kept it on that basket.
Barton outside. Fades and shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach King and what they've done there. And listen, you can be known for a lot worse things in your life and having gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
To me, the story of that first period was their rebound.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
They've got Stauskas, Deshaun Holmes out there with Amir Johnson. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Covington in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
So it's Philadelphia following Will Barton's three-point attempt. Pass to Holmes, and the ball goes out of bounds. Stretch ball for Reed.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
The 76ers making a switch here. Anderson's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Kenneth Faried. The pass to McConnell. 6 to shoot, and here's Stauskas from the arc. Denver in the lead. Here's Chandler. 5 points in the game. Nelson left side. The dish to Plumlee for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Stauskas, the pass to Anderson. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Plumlee sets the pick for Chandler. Dishes it to Barton. And another miss by Denver. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Stauskas dishes to Anderson. Here's McConnell. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
And finally, someone scored.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the 3 from Will Barton. Here we go, one-on-one. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Here's Stauskas. After the basket by Will Barton.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
A lot of people pointing towards the Nuggets and thinking about not the offense where they need to improve, if they're going to get the best out of their young talents defensively and their commitment to that end of the floor.
Now here's Chandler. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Stauskas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Anderson kicks to Johnson. Pass to McConnell. Lets the 3 fly. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And Brent, last year the Nuggets had one of the worst defenses in the NBA.
Well, when you watch the way they play, Kevin, the problems exist because there's just not a ton of experience out there. Not a lot of rim protection or activity on the inside. So as good as they were offensively last year, you know that their coaching staff in training camp was talking about a defensive mindset to keep them more competitive throughout the season.
Now here's Anderson. Over Chandler. Nelson with the rebound. Denver leading by 3. Chandler goes in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Brett, when some guys slam it home, they treat it like a normal play. Who are some of the guys that use the dunk as a technique to fire up their teammates?
I think we have some guys who are really spectacular when they finish, Kevin. Certainly anytime Blake Griffin gets to the rim, or DeAndre Jordan, where seemingly his head's up in there and slams it down, it fires up the crowd. But most of the time, it's the little guys that get you going the most. On the fast break, all of a sudden the ball gets to somebody on the wing, And to watch a little guy get up in the air with somebody underneath him and throw it down, that gets everybody off the bench and fired up.
So unexpected, Brent. That's a great point. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
Now, here's Fultz. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Launches it. Another three for Philadelphia.
Fultz pulling from deep is a thing of beauty. Consistent in terms of burying those long ones from the out.
Here's Murray. The feed to Chandler. Over to the left wing. Here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Saric passes to Fultz. He kicks to Simmons. To the wing on the left. Launches a three. And that's on a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Embiid. Saric up top. Millsap covering. Saric dishes to Fultz. Over Harris. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. Fultz has got his second bucket of the night.
And Fultz can pretty much score from any area, even inside when he's all over him. I love how composed he is.
Now here's Millsap. He has 6 off target with the free throw line Jay. Simmons left side. Pass to Korkmaz. The 76ers get it back. And a new 24. Yep, that one goes.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Chandler. Back to Millsap. They stop the run. Hits the front of the rim and out.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Now here is Harris. To the miss from Joel Embiid. Harris kicks to Chandler. Fires for 3. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing the dynamite.
The pass to Korkmaz. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Chandler against Simmons. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, Denver with the triple.
And that's where Murray's speed shines through. He gives the D no time to react off that pass.
Fultz gets to Saric. Feeds it to Fultz. Murray, and it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic just got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Harris.
Nice pass.
And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lets it go from 14. Passes to Korkmaz. Embiid the screen. Fultz the pass to Embiid. Here's Korkmaz. They get the rebound. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Paul Millsap picks one up. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. He came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
No good on that. Some changes for Philadelphia. Robert Covington comes in for Simmons, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Korkmaz. Kenneth Faried's checked in for the Nuggets. And he's good on the second. Brett, the Nuggets team, a very good group when it comes to rebounding.
Well, they don't have a team that's really much bigger than the opponents that they play with, but they stay very active, and they don't seem to give up on a lot of plays. Actually, last season, they got about 30% of all their missed shots back, so their damage was done on the offensive end. Defensively, you want to get a stop by ending it with a rebound. That's where their focus needs to be this year.
Here's Fultz, following the basket by Jokic. Now Fultz, he's got 5. The shot by Redick, no good. And they're running. Murray for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Fultz kicks to Saric. It's Redick on the wing. Trains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got 5 points.
I love how Redick gets it going from distance. Really a tremendous three-point shooter.
Fareed outside, over Saric. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Nuggets on top, up by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more of the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not going.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
The skyline of Philadelphia looking especially majestic tonight as we welcome you back to action. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Without a question, Wilson Chandler displaying his skills today.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Denver's won 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Arian Harris in the backcourt. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Now here's Fultz. Kicks to Simmons. That's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The dish to Murray. Chandler is screen. Jokic kicks to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. Unable to get that one. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trailed by 3. Here's Simmons. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Now here's Fultz. He's got 5. Here's Redick.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots. And maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half. Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Shard just screwed on chin. Here's Simmons. No, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Ray, you played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, a new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point. And I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
And he can't get the first one.
He wouldn't even lay at the rim. That's why he missed the free throw.
Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
And the second free throw, good.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good D by Embiid.
They got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far. They know they got to be better.
For the tie, that's good from Fultz on the assist by Sharp. Sharp has got 3 assists tonight.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now here is Harris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Millsap. Sinks the 15-footer. Millsap's got 8.
That's the shot.
You were talking about the fits for these young Sixers. A bit of a log jam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Tee him
For
up.
Philadelphia, they had missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
I love to see tantrums, Joel. I love to see that shit.
He's off on the first. Brett, you don't think of the Nuggets as being a especially good outside shooting team.
Shoot it.
Well, I think for them, Kevin, a lot of the guys who they are hoping can shoot the ball develop into more consistent shooters. Jamal Murray is talked about with the Denver Nuggets as having one of the more sweeter shooting strokes, and Gary Harris continues to work on it. So making a conscious effort to improve not just the shots and the makes, but maybe the shot selection of this young ball club.
Here's Chandler. Here's Plumlee. And Embiid with the block. Over in the corner, Fultz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. That's 10 points from Markelle Fultz.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Third quarter action, just over 3.5 minutes are gone. Plumlee sets the pick for Chandler. No good. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Barton against Redick. He dishes it to Simmons. And he banks in the layup. And now a 4-point 76ers lead.
And really, not much else you can do against Simmons. If that goes to the cup, this guy's just too good.
Plumlee with the screen. Here's Murray to the inside.
Oh, nice dish.
The bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. There's the pick. There's the triple. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Those second chance points can add up. Now here's Barton. He has 7. It's stolen by Fultz. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. And finished off by Fultz.
I love the energy from Fultz. It's an incredibly crafty and creative score.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Chandler right side. Whistle on the play. Pocket's good. He'll go to the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the arm.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Some changes for Philadelphia. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Saric. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Korkmaz in for Fultz. Jameer Nelson's checked in for Denver.
What's up?
The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Korkmaz. And beyond the arc.
That's money.
The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. Plumlee with the screen. And here's Nelson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Korkmaz, no good.
Just not his night so far, guys.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Jameer Nelson, at this moment, epitomizes the idea of having a veteran point guard on your roster. Been in the NBA since he was 22 back in 2004, and he always has played big minutes for whatever team that he gets on. So works his way into the coach's favor.
First free throw is good. And Nelson in his prime break, you may recall, a player who would score in the teams and run the offense for him. A very smart player coming out of St. Joe's.
Well, the idea for this young ball club to have a veteran like Jameer Nelson who's accepted his role and what it is that he knows he's capable of doing night after night, that's got to be paying some dividends for this coaching staff to have that kind of approach from a guy like Jameer.
The 76ers leading by 4. Korkmaz passes to Anderson. He feeds it to Covington. Back to Anderson. And Bede the screen. Here's Luwawu. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. This is to Nelson. Now the feed to Fareed. Chandler outside. They set the pick. Over Anderson. And again, Denver, no good.
His shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Luwawu. The 3. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 4. Nelson with it. Chandler a screen. Nelson dishes to Chandler. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And that's 15 points for Wilson Chandler.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
That one good for 2. And the 76ers lead by 3.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
Nelson kicks to Chandler. Shoots over Covington. Chandler's shot good. Chandler's got 8 here in the quarter.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
He tries for 3. Korkmaz, no good. Denver's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Barton kicks to Chandler for the lead. Denver the rebound. Hernan Gomez passes to Nelson. There's the screen. Chandler against Covington. Can't hit from front.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Embiid with a screen on Barton. Luwawu. It's not going to go for him. Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Screen by Fareed. Now, here is Nelson. Defense is right there, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Nuggets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Stauskas has checked in for Philadelphia. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Hernan Gomez. Millsap comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Gary Harris in for Barton. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And here are the 76ers now. To Covington. Here's the 3. And Kenneth Fareed pulls it down. Fareed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Now, here's Nelson. Back to Harris. Jokic's screen. 5 to shoot. Harris picks to Millsap. 14 feet away. And he hits the jump shots. Millsap's got 10.
Millsap's mid-range J is getting more and more consistent. When he elevates for those shots, you expect most of those to go.
Here's Luwawu, lead by Nelson. Tries to snap the cross streak. Luwawu's shot is off.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Millsap sets the pick for Nelson. He kicks it to Millsap. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
The jump shot just getting better and better for Millsap over time. You cannot give him that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. Covington kicks to Embiid. Pulls it up and punks it in. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
3-pointer. Nelson can't connect. Will return shortly.
T.Y., what up? Bali, what up? Yeah. Living life, Bali.
That was a sweet move.
Yeah.
Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Stops and run. Stops and run. Sense of urgency, man. Come on. We got to get this.
Just put the fire under his team. Mike Malone asking his guys to seize the moment.
And this is the time when the leaders on the court need to step up, take control, and make things happen.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. Joel Embiid out there with Dario Saric. And there's Fultz. And it's Robert Covington. And it's Stauskas in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's the screen. Murray kicks to Harris. And the pass to Millsap. Feeds it to Murray. It's Samart, and he lays it up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Looking at all the groups, though, this might be the best division group
when it's used the right way.
Embiid the screen.
Maybe with the exception of Indiana in there.
Pushes the Fultz.
Denver, Boston, Philly, Golden State.
Is off the charts. Turns on the Jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Now, here's
Interesting to see how this one plays out.
Millsap a screen. Harris outside. From the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 13 at that basket. Here's Miller. Philadelphia able to drain the three. From about 16.
On the baseline.
And he didn't get quite enough.
Reed the rebound and follows it
The
in.
defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Good defense going out here. The team shooting under 40%.
Kicks to Stouski. Another three. Philadelphia falls.
Not just looking to score the ball, he also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Shoots from 14. Makes a big Thompson throws in. 14 points for Paul Millsap.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, he makes up.
Timeout call the 76ers. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game.
As I'm looking at the groups, though, Group C gonna be interested with Houston, Miami, Phoenix, Lakers, and Toronto. All the others just a mixture of teams. Trying to see maybe it may come down in Group F, Cleveland and the Clippers. You got Utah out there. Utah maybe could have a say in that. Orlando and Memphis. Group D, Atlanta, Portland, OKC, Minnesota, San Antonio. Group B, Sacramento, Brooklyn, Detroit, New York, and Washington.
And JJ Redick is stepped in for
Milwaukee,
Nick
Chicago,
Stauskas. And
Orleans,
Denver with the
Charlotte,
change here
and
too.
Dallas.
Chandler's checked in on the sideline. Let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olson.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them, hey,
Harris
this
steps back,
game is
fires
there.
the three. No good. Tip that rebound, sorry.
50-50 balls, getting to
Pushing
the
it up the
basket.
floor.
We
Redick,
have to
pull
get
up.
it all right
Got
now.
the roll.
Thanks, David.
One of the best at moving without the ball.
Quickly,
Shoot opportunity
7
for
minutes
JJ
remaining here
Redick.
in the fourth quarter.
Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Right side Millsap.
Murray with a Millsap. Millsap drops across the lane. Steps down the lane. That's a travel.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Simmons.
Simmons brings it up here in the fourth quarter.
Screen by Sharge. Embiid with a screen on
screen down the lane.
Simmons penetrating. Makes the bucket. He's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the
He's
game.
got an awkward shot locked in too. Going to his left, looked like he tried to shoot it with his right.
And athletic, but he
Millsap.
causes defenders.
Nice spin move. Puts up the runner and puts it in.
All quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down.
He's got 16
big shot
points.
after big shot here in the fourth.
Screen by Sharge.
Left side to Simmons. Dribbles up the screen, down the lane.
Simmons
Puts up
against
the length and backs it in.
Ben Simmons again.
The Sixers
Simmons
by
got 4
5.
points now in the quarter.
And Kevin, after being unable to find
Opening game of the Summer
they
League.
sure seem to be a
It's the
different
Summer
team
League
here.
edition of the new in-season tournament that's to be coming this season in the NBA. Puts up the shot, blocked by Embiid. And a goaltend called against Embiid.
So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too
Only
late.
difference
and
is I
catches
just
it
didn't
on
do
the way
the
down. He's already
Eastern Conference
in
and
the
Western
air there,
Conference.
committed, so can't fault him.
I
for
did it
going
all
for
by
the
a
block.
random generator.
Here's Fultz.
Putting them into groups.
Here's Simmons. Outside, Redick. Screen by Sharge.
Going by Harris left side for Fultz. So the dribble.
Now
Dribbles
here's
down the
Fultz.
lane.
He's covered
Running
by
layup and puts it in. Nice
Hits it to go.
And in the first half, it was
He's
a
got
struggle
16.
offensively, shooting a very
Chandler
low
leading the way
percentage,
in
but it hasn't
Denver.
prevented them
17.
from grabbing the lead. And now they're shooting it much better.
Harris with Jokic.
Now here's Jokic.
All the way left side. That's good.
76ers lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the
Both teams
bucket
going
from
back and
Nikola
forth.
Jokic.
Yeah,
in this
maybe the
game.
shot selection in the first half took him out of the rhythm, but in the second half, he's
5
making
minutes
everything.
remaining here in the first quarter.
Here's Fultz at the elbow with Sharge. Pass it to Simmons.
Double team knocked away by Millsap and the steal.
Nuggets.
And to Murray. Murray down the lane. Hot steps. 10 foot on the baseline. Tipped up by Millsap.
And it's
It's good.
Millsap with the extra effort.
And it's a
Millsap's
1-point
got
lead.
12 points in just the second half.
I like seeing Millsap there going hard to the offensive glass and then getting the easy football.
Coming up next is Golden State, Indiana. Redick. Shot can't get it to go. Embiid, the follow no good. Simmons the rebound. Puts it back up. Block.
Sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there.
Harris left side challenge, 20-footer. Got the frilly roll. Boy, a lot of frilly rolls
Time
by
running
Denver
low,
in this game.
guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Well, I gotta say, all 5 teams are really big in this group.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Maybe with the exception of Golden State, but they do got Kevin Durant on this one.
Harris outside.
Top of Murray.
Murray, the pass to Jokic.
Back to Murray. John's right.
6 on the shot clock.
Down the lane. Puts it to the floor. No good. Embiid the rebound.
Pulls it down. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Fultz dishes to Sharp. Sharp at the Fultz. Embiid the screen.
Double strip.
Jokic with the steal.
Murray now. Pull up. Foul line jumper. No good. The tip by Harris.
And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Well, that's some leadership being built right there as Gary Harris knocks it down. Not afraid. Got to respect that one.
Fultz kicks the rack.
Left side for Redick. Simmons wants the basketball left side. Double team up top. Redick lands 3. No good. Jokic the rebound.
Well, the defense
The Bluebirds started here in Philly.
a little bit. He made 1 free in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make a pay for it.
Redick over to Jokic. Jokic right side for Millsap. Back to Jokic. 20-footer up top. No good.
With the rebound.
Redick the
Human
rebound.
aspect of
He was wide open. Couldn't knock it down.
Selection, had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Schroeder checks out.
Sorry, 20-footer.
And nothing is
rim.
going for him right now.
Alligator arms here for the fourth quarter. Number 2. Murray down the lane. Puts up the runner. No good.
And play stops. Loose pass
ball against Jokic.
over the back here.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over-the-back call.
Well, he gets blocked out is what happens. Good fundamentals taking advantage of the over-aggression on that play.
Nothing for the 3-point lead. And Embiid puts it up. It's good. Out of bounds.
It's going to be on Jokic.
He just get into the goal again.
Lacking, and it could be at a worse time giving up that easy.
Just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
Every team, it's just like the in-season tournament that's coming on. Every team will play each other in their groups twice. Then I did the random generator with how all the groups will be
the more that's at stake
for that particular conference. And it will be Group A, B, and C.
Murray hits the chin. Jokic
3 group winners with 1 wild card.
Back to Chandler.
Back to Chandler. Game tied at 75. Chandler drives double. Left side. Right side to Jokic. Oh, he drops it in off the glass.
And the Nuggets lead by 2.
He's
Big
simply
shot by
staying
Jokic.
aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to
1.5 to play here in the fourth. Who's going to take this opening game? Embiid. You can't give up games. In your group. What's up? Embiid. Short check. No good. Jokic the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right along.
Down the lane, up and under, puts up the shot, no good, gets his own rebound, the final, no good for the foul. And Embiid picks up the first one. Chandler with the long line, shoots it with 12 to play. Good hustle from Chandler. He had Ben Simmons underneath the basket. It's been a close game throughout. The biggest lead has been 5 by Denver. I think Philly's biggest lead, I think it's been 3.
And no
And he misses the 3.
has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
Left side for Redick, gives it in B. Spins down the lane, puts up the layup and backs it in. Tough shot over Jokic, and they're within one, just under a minute to play here in the fourth.
You play your heart out.
Oh, nice dish underneath to Chandler. Puts up the Lurs and puts it in, and a timeout called by the Sixers.
Fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease.
Chandler coming up huge down the stretch.
And Philadelphia calls time
And it's a 3-point lead with 50.8 seconds remaining.
50 seconds left in the fourth.
Okay, coming up next, the Golden State in Indiana. Obviously using the 2K18 rosters. Obviously want to see who will challenge, obviously, that Golden State team with Kevin Durant. But this may be the best divisional group. Obviously because of the size. Boston, Indiana, Denver, and Philly all got size to challenge maybe Golden State.
Present our Jordan player of the game, Wilson Chandler.
Plain and simple.
Chandler's 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists.
Even with these giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they back off him for 1 second,
you see how this game kind of unfolded. Tight throughout. Early jitters by both teams, the first game. And as the game progressed, I mean, it just showed that it's been physical out there. Good defense by both teams. Denver with a 3-point lead. Redick has the basketball.
Sarge
the post back up the side.
Sarge kicks to Redick.
15 on the shot clock. Redick gives it back down to B. Right side of the post. Down the lane. Puts up the runner. No good. Oh, couldn't get the shot to fall. Murray has the basketball. 30 seconds to play in the quarter.
They put the security system on their house.
Harris over to Millsap. Drives left. Down the lane. Reverse left. Puts it in. What a strong move by Paul Millsap. And the Nuggets take a 5-point lead with 24.3 seconds remaining. Wow, that was a strong move. And Millsap hasn't made that move in years.
24 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
This Group A action. I expect this to be tough throughout. Like I said, we got Group D, Group E, and Group F. Got some good teams out there. Sixers down by 5, 24 seconds remaining. Fultz drives down the lane, puts up the floater. It's good. It's a 3-point lead. Quick shot. And there's 21 seconds to go, and they foul Harris.
Just flat out.
Philly with no timeouts remaining, so they got to go to the length of the court.
Of the magnitude of the moments.
And now Harris will go to the line and try to give them some more breathing room here in the final seconds.
Gentlemen, good shot. Good shot.
The first, that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Drills the first free throw, the second free throw.
And so it's good. It's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
8 seconds remaining.
19 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Dribbles off
This is it to Simmons. He feeds it to
shot.
Sarge.
12 seconds to go. Sarge left side. Fultz a 3-pointer. That's good. 9 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point game.
to their shooting.
And they found Murray with 7.9 seconds.
Yeah, and then the
left here
fear
at the
sets
floor.
in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Jamal Murray. Really had his coming out party, obviously in the bubble.
So the first one drops, and
gets
that
the
makes it a
first free throw.
three-point lead.
And what a luxury if Murray can play both
Won the
guard
championship
positions.
this
A
year.
perfect blend of shrewd passing and some
Miami
fearless
Heat.
shooting.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that
Might have just done it 6 seconds remaining in the quarter. And they didn't even get up a shot. And Denver
The
takes the
Nuggets
first
taking it
game.
in a close one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
86-82.
And Kevin, when this one was hanging
Interesting
in
game.
the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
Expanded to the bench.
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Three looked
All
at the
right,
camera like,
David,
really, I
thank you.
interviewed him.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Bailey, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
It's going to be interesting.
Now I do what I want.
Now I do what I want.
Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Everybody know I'm better. Hey, yeah, I'm better. Hey, it don't matter. Hey, pockets fatter. Hey, nowadays I'm on my haters. Cause I just want the bucks, yeah. Boy, I start on about a buck.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
See how they match up.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. It was arguably the biggest story of the previous offseason. In fact, I would say it is the biggest story of the previous offseason. Kevin Durant and his decision about whether or not to leave Oklahoma City. But here we are, more than a year later, and the dust has settled. Do you guys think it was the right move, Kenny?
Well, it seems clear now that he just wasn't on the same page as OKC, but I don't know if it was the best move because, I mean, Ernie, they were in the conference finals, but he's going to the team that was in the NBA finals. So if you're looking at winning, good move for him.
Kenny, leave him alone. It's hard to fault KD for giving himself the best chance to win.
Nah, man, you left for 3-1. You left for team.
So all
3-1, man. Oh my God,
shit, man. Good move, KD.
And leave Kenny alone. And now let's take it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you've been bullying Kenny all night.
Not me.
They only had Chuck on here.
On the floor, the visiting Golden State Warriors. At center, Zaza Pachulia.
Mr. I'm going to injure you and shit.
Draymond Green.
If he had never injured Kawhi Leonard, man, the Spurs would have won that series. They were up 20 in game 1 till he got injured. I swear I hate this particular Golden State Warrior team.
Kevin Durant.
Our game analyst, and from the sideline, David Aldridge.
The assistant coach kind of looked like Steve Nash with fucking hairline. Set to go here in Indiana.
It's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4.
You got to make that shot against this Warrior team.
At the 1 and the 2. And it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You think of Klay Thompson and you think of his great shooting ability. But Doris, he is just as impactful on the other side of the ball.
Well, to me, Kevin, he is one of the elite two-way players in the game because though he doesn't get too much steals or blocks, when it comes to guarding the James Harden or the Russell Westbrooks, Klay always draws that assignment and does an incredible job.
And here's Indiana. Oladipo outside. There's the pick. Young outside. Turner with a screen for Young.
Nice move. Thaddeus Young puts it up. Let's go. Now foul.
Coming up.
Nice false dribble by Thaddeus Young.
Concentration on that attempt. Young is not letting the defense alter his shot.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
What's up?
Thaddeus Young, no good on the free throw. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power.
Wide open three. Oh, God.
For him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
And here's Collison after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And Young kicks to Oladipo. Good D by Thompson. Pacers on defense. Outside
Curry fires another three.
Offline with his three.
Trigger, no good.
That time around, just lucky he was off.
Turner with the screen.
Depot drops up down the lane, strip, gets it back.
Once again, off the mark by Indiana. Golden State's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter.
Curry has the basketball guarded by Collison.
How about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter?
Here's Thompson.
Pachulia with the screen on Oladipo. 6 to shoot.
Green, the three. In and out. The foul by Pachulia banks it in.
Pachulia just tireless on the boards, throws himself in the basket to get any rebound he can.
2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter.
Here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions.
Down the lane.
Right now, they need a
short shot. No good. Pachulia the rebound.
And just the kind of start you're hoping to avoid. 1 for 5 from the field here early on.
Curry left side for Green.
Green passes to Curry. Pachulia with the screen on Collins.
Left corner, Durant fires it up and knocks it down.
And a great assist by Curry.
There you go, bombing away from outside.
And this is Durant's game, right? As soon as he catches the ball, he's ready. Free shot preparation outstanding.
Collison, nice move down the lane. Gets it up in the air, stripped and stolen. Green coming back the other way. Curry, another three-pointer. That's good. And the route could be on early.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can.
11-2 lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession.
Rebound, puts it in.
Good work there as it goes.
Miles Turner is simply a workhorse. I mean, he keeps plays alive with his length and activity.
Out-rebounded the Pacers by 8 points.
Thompson dishes to Durant. Thompson a screen on Oladipo.
Durant drives right.
And Curry has it in the corner.
Curry a three-pointer. No good. Turner the rebound on there. Miss again by Curry.
And Oladipo kicks to Turner. Outside Collison.
Right side to Collison. Back up top to Oladipo.
Screen by Young.
Off the screen.
There's Oladipo.
Green. Blocked by Draymond.
Simply cannot throw up that big stuff around.
Curry. Thompson the three-pointer. Bang.
Will relish the opportunity to send it back.
Up by 10 early.
Has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get
to see who's going to compete for Golden State.
They're first of the game.
And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another Player of the Year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
Just under 4 minutes gone by
Collison, the
in the first quarter.
And Oladipo has it in the corner.
Oladipo has it in the corner. Drives right down the lane, puts up the floor, blocked by Green.
And knocked out of bounds. It will be Warriors basketball. And the defensive pressure by Golden State early on. Paying dividends.
And here's Golden State. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Durant kicks to Thompson.
Over to Thompson.
Pachulia with the screen on Oladipo.
Left corner Green, fires to three.
Pacers with the
rebound Pachulia.
Opportunity after the
Gotta get the rebound against this Golden State team. They're just too good. He will make you pay. Durant fires a three. In and out. No good. Collison the rebound. Collison brings it up quickly back the other way. Golden State gets back.
Outside Collison.
Collison looking for Young. Up top goes Donovan. Oladipo drives right.
Pocket 6.
Down the lane. Puts it up. It was deflected.
Careening off the glass.
Well, incredible work on defense.
Thompson, this is the Durant layup. Oh, can't get it to go. Young pulls it down.
Pacers by 10. There's the feed to Collison. And outside. And
stripped and
picks up the foul.
Reaching foul against Draymond Green.
Lance Stevenson's checked in for Indiana. And the Warriors also making a change. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Pachulia.
Iggy, former Thaddeus Young teammate in Philadelphia.
Dishes to Collison. Screen by Young.
Collison left side. Fires up the rebound. Donovan.
And the Pacers
Durant the
can't
rebound.
get it to go. Warriors leading by 10. Durant with it. Picked up by Collison. Durant the pass to Curry.
Back over to Curry.
Screen from Thompson. Curry
up top to Kevin.
Back to Curry.
Right side Curry, a long three. In and out. Turner the rebound.
Indiana's gone.
Indiana can't capitalize though. Turner, 20-footer. In and out.
No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Iguodala outside.
Left side for Iggy in the corner.
Thompson outside.
Brings it back to Thompson. Posting up. 15 feet away. 4 on the clock. Pushes up the jumper. No good. Rebound Green. A follow. No good.
But on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Dribbles off the screen.
From 11 feet away.
10-footer.
Misses off the left.
And they can't get anything to
Well,
go.
he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
Oh, Curry fires a three. No good.
Nice touch right there. And you look over the last 3 seasons of the Golden State Warriors, just an incredible run and record in every season. Some, in fact, Doris, are the best basketball the NBA has ever seen.
I think, Kev, we're going to look back at these Warriors teams and feel like we're lucky to have been able to see it live. How about 73 and 67 wins the last 3 years? They have been the team to
7
beat
minutes
in all
gone
of
by in the
those
first
seasons.
quarter.
Such a
The Pacers
special
only
run.
with 4 points.
And the Pacers call time here.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Jefferson comes in for Miles Turner, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Golden State, McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. Robinson in for Steph Curry. In the corner, it's Robinson.
Fires a three, and that's good.
The lead is trimmed to single digits.
Robinson puts it in from the left corner.
Players can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his
Green fires a jumper in the corner. It's good.
No time at all on that.
Draymond from downtown.
Green's got himself going there. His first
Warriors
points of the
again
game.
up by 10.
Let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge. You're caught up with head coach Nate McMillan. David.
Well, Kevin,
they're going to keep it simple tonight. He wants to run everything
Man,
to the
it's
low
good.
post.
Sabonis across the line.
Physically, we're the stronger team. We need to use that strength to our benefit.
Green, 20-footer. That's good. Draymond Green firing away.
Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Stevenson, top line jumper.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Green kicks to Iguodala. He dishes it to Livingston.
Livingston in the corner.
McCaw, the pass to Iguodala.
Iggy up top
Feeds
to
it to
West.
Green.
Up top to Green, drives down the lane, puts up the runner.
And
Got the Philly roll. It's good.
With the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And
Draymond Green calls him
setting up a
problems.
lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Mr.
First
I'm
trip
going
to
to
the free
stump
throw
on
line
your
for him
chest.
tonight.
Draymond to the foul line.
Free throw, no good for Green. What can you say about the playmaking ability of Draymond Green? He has evolved, Doris, into a point forward for one of the most high-powered offenses in NBA history.
Draymond Green makes this system work. He's got tremendous vision. He can handle the basketball, can create for his teammates, and most
Green,
importantly,
another three.
he's an
That's
unselfish guy who wants his teammates to score.
That's
No
not a
doubt
good
about
sign
the
when Draymond
consistency
Green
when
is
it comes to
climbing away
scoring
from
the basketball for
downtown.
him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
They set the
That just
screen.
lifts Steph Curry and
Here's
Klay
Robinson.
Thompson to do their thing later
No
on.
shot that time.
Iggy
Not
the
on
rebound.
target. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Livingston dishes to Green.
Livingston, Green. All right. By
This
Sabonis,
one for
another
three.
three-pointer.
Pacers with the rebound.
That was your famous heat check.
Now Joseph still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game.
Spin
for
move
him.
by Joseph. Sabonis fires for three. It's good.
Another three.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Golden State moving the ball around. The
Over to
pass to
Iggy.
Livingston.
Back up top to Livingston.
Picked by West.
To the foul line.
Over in the corner.
Right corner Green. Another three-pointer. In and out.
And he carries it.
3 seconds to go in the quarter. Robinson from half court. No good. That's going to end the first quarter.
And so it's
Golden
the
State
Golden State Warriors
with a 10-point
with a
lead. They
10-point
led by as many as
Some breathing
13.
room heading into the break. And their three-point
Draymond
shooting
Green,
has paved the way
offensively
for us.
and defensively,
We'll get right back
causing
to the
problems
action
all
when
over
we
the place
return.
for the Pacers.
And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded five-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
When he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter.
Iggy fires away.
But where they were.
Jefferson the rebound. The big man, Al Jefferson.
Welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far for the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway.
Stripped and stolen by Duck from David West.
They've gotten that perimeter game
Livingston,
going.
nice pass to Iggy, puts it in the
For
lane.
me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
Corey Joseph is out there with Lance Stevenson. Then there's Al Jefferson. Then it's Robinson. And it's Sabonis.
And Sabonis all blocked.
So
What
that's
a
group out
rejection.
there for Indiana. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And it's the Pacers with the ball. A 12-point game. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Small. Oh, wow. Banker and banks it in.
McCaw has got his first points of the night. And Indiana shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Jumper
Sabonis
off the
to pull up on the
screen.
baseline.
Indiana again missing. Warriors leading by 14. Young with no one around. No good with the triple.
Swaggy P can't come up with the jumper. Robinson has the
Outside
basketball.
Robinson. Pass to Sabonis.
Sabonis fires away.
And
that's good.
Robinson picking up the assist. Sabonis has got his third basket of the night. Here's Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Wow, shot
And
can't
it's not
get
easy
to go.
to get
Jumps up
those
the rebound.
shots at the rim, but he does a great job.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the
It's good.
interior, but it's
Stevenson
really
knocks it
not. He
down.
knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
With more floor spacing becoming
Pacers
so important,
chipping
we
away.
now see guys launching from well.
Trail by as many as 13 and down by 9.
We've seen a lot of basketball here. Which shooters in the league right now have the best deep range night to night in the league?
Iggy. And a loose ball foul is called against Al Jefferson.
Literally from the tunnel in his pregame routine. Steph Curry obviously is the guy who, as soon as he steps across half court, you've got to check him or he might let loose. Klay Thompson, his ability to rise and fire, he might be more
Thompson fires a
ball in a
three. That's
short
good.
span than any player in the league. Kyle Korver, Damian Lillard. Think Damian Lillard out in Portland. The extraordinary job he does scoring the basketball with great productivity from beyond the arc.
Timeout called the Pacers. Well, you wouldn't think about it with the position he plays, but, you know, Doris Pachulia is an underrated playmaker, very knowledgeable about how to space the floor, and also can drop a perfect pass to a cutter if you let him.
Well, he's the near-perfect teammate because he always understands the role that you want him to play. High IQ, he sees the floor, and he's very unselfish, Kev. He likes to make that extra pass.
Checked in for Jefferson. Young comes in for Domantas Sabonis. Bogdanovich is checked in for Robinson. And it's Collison in for Joseph. The Warriors also with a sub. Durant's checked in for David West. Young, a screen on Durant. Here's Bogdanovich. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 2 on the clock. Young.
Well, KD, a very skilled defender, outstanding with his positioning, and he's got incredible length to contest shots.
Nice again, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's a call. It's on Indiana with the foul. And something that surprised me last season was the play of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. He's always been, Doris, considered a solid defender. But he seemed to make a bigger jump last year in how he impacted that end of the floor.
Well, let's remember, Kev, that there was so much talk about who would protect the rim for the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant came aboard. Turns out he was their rim protector. This guy has a career high in blocks and formed an incredible duo with Draymond Green up front. Just great stuff.
And the first one at the line is good. And Indiana opting to trade Paul George this summer. Doris, never easy to let a superstar go.
No, it isn't, Kevin, but with Paul George looking to contend for a title and increasingly voicing his dissatisfaction, it was probably the right choice because you don't want to lose him next summer and get nothing in return. Boy, think about last season for Kevin Durant, guys. He was putting up yet another MVP-type season before that knee injury made him miss extended time. But then he comes back, and he's the MVP of the NBA Finals. I think he'd make that trade, guys.
Screen by Young. Here's Collison. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
they have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Well, score distributor, it does not matter. Steph Curry is a monster. What a pass there.
And for Durant last season was filled with so much scrutiny for his decision to leave Oklahoma City, go to Golden State. Still, he was having an elite year with his offense before that knee issue.
Well, there was so much talk about where Kevin Durant chose to play that people tended to forget a few things. This is one of the most dangerous and consistent scorers we've ever seen in the NBA. And he will find a way to blend his skill in with any team.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. And they'll turn it over. They knocked it off the shot. 24-second violation. Here's Collison. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. They set the pick. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Got that bucket in no time at all. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling and sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Young's shot is off.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You'll wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Now here's Collison. Young passes to Turner. Over Pachulia. 4 on the shot clock. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Baseline Jay on the way. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Right side, Collison. On the mark at the 15-footer. Collison's got his first basket of the night.
And what I love about Oladipo, he does such a great job playing within the context of the offense. If you're open, he will find you.
Screen by Young. 3-pointer. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Pachulia. Durant's got 10 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, that's Bogdanovich making great use of the pick and roll. Fantastic at exploiting whatever the defense delivers to him.
Collison against Curry. Here's Thompson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 10 points for him.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
And Durant saves it back. They retain possession.
Well, you love how Miles Turner gets into space in the paint, makes it really hard for the defender not to lean in and get some contact against Turner.
2 shots.
Boy, guys, such a rare combination, right? A great shot blocker who can also make threes. And if you think back to that 2015 draft, 3 kinds of those players entered the league. Karl-Anthony Towns, Kristaps Porzingis, and this guy, Miles Turner.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. You talked to us about a stretch 5. Miles Turner already a knockdown shooter from long range.
Well, it's incredible at his size to be that smooth, that quick, and that high with his release. Your eyes are not lying. That's a 7-footer with a gorgeous shooting stroke.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And it's Iguodala in for Nick Young.
Well, the athleticism that Miles Turner brings to the center spot is quite remarkable. This guy, an exceptional player on both sides of the floor.
Now here's Thompson. 10 points for him. Over Oladipo. And he overshot that one, missing. Pacers trail by 17. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
Oh, good on that.
Well, the versatility of Victor Oladipo is fantastic. This is a clever guard who plays his heart out on both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Sabonis comes in for Young. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. He hits the second from the line. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. And Durant sends it back. Here's Iguodala. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jefferson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now here's Joseph. Not a lot of room. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, with the NBA being so much about pace and space nowadays, that makes Al Jefferson a throwback. A rare big man these days who wants to make his living posting up.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Al Jefferson. And Jefferson has said he's seen the NBA transition to floor spacing big men happen right in front of his eyes.
Right, but he believes there's still a place for his game in the NBA. Still a good scorer, able to punish teams in the low block, playing with the second unit.
The Pacers making a change here. Robinson's checked in, and both free throws good for Jefferson.
Well, there's a lot to like about Al Jefferson. 1, he's experienced. 2, we know he's an outstanding low post scorer, and that's valuable in today's NBA.
Now here's Iguodala. McCaw kicks to Livingston. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Joseph sets a screen for Robinson. And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. Drops in the tray. Sabonis has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Pacers.
Well, I think the best part of his tremendous three-point ability as a big man is just how much it stretches the defense.
Here's McCaw. And another 3 for Golden State.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Joseph, the pass to Sabonis. Screen by Jefferson. And he could not get there. 1 to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Pacers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. and he sinks the second. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Over in the corner, Livingston. There's a screen. Outside, Green. Picked by West. Passes it to McCaw. No good on the three. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead, up by 15. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny?
Their perimeter shooting has made the difference, and so many of their points are coming from long range. They've come out, spread the floor, and executed their jump shooting game. It's been a barrage from the three-point line. Guys always finding the open shot. If they can stay out from three-point land in the second half, this game is over.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. If they're serious about cutting into this deficit, it's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Warriors leading by 15. And in terms of just how explosive this Warriors team can be, they can get hot over a course of a few minutes. And Doris just put a team away. The way they can shoot from deep and then play defense is just overwhelming.
How often have we seen, Kev, the game might be a 2 or 3 possession game, and within seconds, all of a sudden, they're up 20. They're incredibly deep shooting. Their ability to play off their own made shots and build momentum can steamroll a team.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Pachulia in its center.
Well, you love to see Miles Turner get going from right here, right? This is his spot. This is where he's money.
Green, the screen. And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. As we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks.
No kidding.
Yeah, the steady, heady point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks is my guy. Well, last season, the Pacers had hoped to push the pace a bit more, right? The ever-popular pace and space offense. Not sure they had as much success as they had hoped for.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, respect and admiration around the league for how tough Pachulia is. His physicality means an awful lot to this squad.
Collison against Curry. Turner with the screen. Here's Oladipo. Can't hit that one. Good D by Thompson. And McMillan's teams in Portland had been slow it down, half-court teams, not known for pushing that tempo.
No, but with the roster he has for this group, a lot of quickness and slashing ability, they must push the tempo, right? Get more easy buckets in transition.
He gets that one. Pachulia's got 5.
Well, there is clearly a size mismatch, and from the mid-range, there's no way that shot's going to be blocked.
Collison dishes to Bogdanovich. Here's Young. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Well, Young is used to taking punishment. This guy is especially effective inside.
The Pacers have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. That free throw good from Thaddeus Young.
Well, the league is finally catching up with Thaddeus Young. 6'8", 220 pounds. He was a small ball power forward before that was in vogue. Now he's kind of the perfect fit.
He hits both from the strike. And over the course of his career, Young more of a slasher than a shooter, Doris, at the power forward position.
Right, and Southpaw has a very quick first step. And the last few seasons, though, starting to add that three-point shot. That will make him more effective.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. Pachulia. And the layup's good off the glass.
Timeout.
Pachulia's got 5 points now this quarter.
I think you have to respect how great Pachulia is at getting strong position underneath the rim. Once he gets the ball, the rest is easy.
And the Pacers call time here.
Listen, the Warriors are an incredible offensive juggernaut, but the reality is this team has been a championship caliber team because of their defense. The versatility of Draymond Green helps contribute to a team that led the league in opponents' field goal percentage and led the league last season in blocks and steals. Truly incredible on that end.
Pacers trail by 16. And for the Warriors, what they do on defense is impressive on their own. A lot of switching and rotations that they are able to get away with because of their personnel.
Correct, Kev. What makes this team work is they have a group of players who can all cover multiple positions. The Warriors can turn that switch and close out games because of absolutely suffocating defense.
Here's Collison. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry. Another miss by Curry.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled, and the team hasn't, but he has.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Oladipo. Screen by Young. And Oladipo, here we go. 5 to shoot. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Curry passes to Durant. Picked by Pachulia. No one near Curry as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 9 points for Steph Curry. Collison gets to Young. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Young, a screen on Green. Off the pick. No good off the front iron.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Now here's Turner. He's got 8 to end the run, and he's good on the 3-ball. Bogdanovich has got 5.
You love to see Bogdanovich stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
Green with a screen on Collison. Curry dishes to Durant. kept alive. Pachulia, good. Pachulia's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
I'll tell you, Greg, there's no let-up in how they play. They want to dominate every aspect, and that includes second chance points.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2. The first one falls.
You just admire Draymond Green for so many things. This guy is a talkative, passionate guy who certainly fires up the group around him.
And the Warriors making a change here. Young's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. There's a good screen. Here's Bogdanovich. The 7-footer falls. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Nate McMillan with a solid track record as head coach in Seattle and Portland before taking over the Indiana Pacers.
Well, think about it. Before this job, 12 seasons, all coaching in the Northwest. And that goes along with 12 seasons as a player, all with the Sonics. He actually earned the nickname Mr. Sonic for almost 2 decades in Seattle.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Thompson against Oladipo. Dishes to Young. Thompson outside. The 3. Nice D from Oladipo.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Collison. Misses off the left iron. Warriors leading by 20. And Young kicks to Curry. A 3-pointer off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Turner with the screen. Here's Young. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Here's Bogdanovich. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
And the Pacers with the longest standing ownership in the NBA.
And that's a lot to be proud of for Pacers fans. I mean, Indiana, a state that loves basketball. And the Pacers haven't won fewer than 32 games since 1989. So they're always in the fold in terms of being competitive.
Shooting 2. He's off on the court. And at this point, everyone knows just how deadly this Warriors offense can be. So many weapons and all the stars that can just take over a game doors. It really is a matter of pick your poison.
Well, to me, Kev, it's arguably one of the best offenses the NBA has ever seen. Statistically, they have put up numbers on par with any other great team in history. The threes are the sizzle, but to measure this team strictly in that category would be a disservice.
There's Sabonis. He's got 12. To the left wing. Fires the 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Warriors leading by 21. Here's McCaw. Chalk up 2 there. McCaw has got 9.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
There's Sabonis. Indiana moving the ball over. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. It's good from long range. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
Kicks to Livingston. Pass to McCaw from downtown. He's off on that one, so Indiana will take it the other way. And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. 1:43 left to play in the third. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's made one and this one so far in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
He misses the free throw. You look at the influences and former coaches of Steve Kerr, and it's easy to see why Kerr has been a success as a coach.
Well, I think if you look about how this man goes about his business, it's important to recognize he played for Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, and certainly takes advantage of the wisdom he learned from two of the all-time greats. Think back to his college coach, Lute Olson. So much of his offensive approach with the fast pace and the discipline came from Lute. It's so smart to take a little bit from each one of the mentors and the guys you've played for.
Now, here's Livingston. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Banked in off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 21.
I'll tell you, good work to pound it down low and finish in tight.
There's a screen by Robinson. Baseline try. Stevenson can't hit.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Wasted no time on that one. 13 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, KD is the master of the mid-range. The defense must do a better job guarding him.
Robinson sets a screen for Stevenson. He feeds it to Joseph. Down low, it's stolen by Livingston. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in.
Miles Turner.
Warriors leading by 23. Durant kicks to Livingston. Here's McCaw. No good on the triple. Indiana's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And Corey Joseph, a terrific two-way player, Doris, at the combo guard.
Kev, he's got great pedigree. Remember, he began his career in San Antonio under the great Greg Popovich. This guy's a physical, mobile defender who will guard either the one or the two.
First one falls for him.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And Joseph drops them both. 30 seconds left in the third. Durant kicks to Iguodala. McCaw, the pass to Durant from past the arc. Doesn't go for him.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just one in the first.
Stevenson dishes to Joseph. Robinson kicks to Turner, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Turner's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do.
And Steve Kerr, this is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard it. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. We've got Lance Stevenson, Al Jefferson out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Corey Joseph, and it's Robinson in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Durant. Shoots over Turner. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
Stevenson passes to Turner. Turner with a screen on Durant. Here's Joseph. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. They get Andre Iguodala.
At the line for your Pacers, Corey Joseph. At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Joseph.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Joseph drops them both. Warriors leading by 17. Curry kicks it to West to the right side. Outside Curry. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Indiana's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Joseph sets a screen for Robinson. Jefferson dishes to Turner. A 15-footer, and that's good.
It's really hard with the length Miles Turner has for that defense to contest. Not much the defense can do in that instance.
Now here's Iguodala. Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pacers trail by 21, and Joseph kicks to Jefferson. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Now this play right here is about big-time strength. Al Jefferson understands angles. He's fantastic at getting physical down low.
Al Jefferson. At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. Indiana making some changes. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Collison in for Joseph. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. And he's good on the second. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Curry kicks to Pachulia. On the wing, Green, defended by Jefferson. He gets it in there.
You don't want to give Draymond Green any breathing space from the mid-range because that'll start to get him percolating on the offensive end.
Stevenson setting the pick for Bogdanovich. Back to Stevenson. Great D that time from Iguodala.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
Only 1 man back on D. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Wow, Kev, love the power and the strength of Bogdanovich on that strong finish.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now here's Curry. He kicks it to Thompson. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Indiana's head athletic trainer. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle.
Hi, David. Thank you for the update. I know we're all interested in what his status is.
And it might be a tough road back for him. I mean, but one thing's for sure, he will be back.
Well, we know this. The guy's a fighter. I'm sure nobody's more disappointed than he is to have to go through this. But I am sure this guy will work every day to get back as quick as possible.
Collison kicks to Turner. Bogdanovich wide open. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. 12 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. And Thompson kicks to Green. Curry on the wing. And another 3 for Golden State.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Curry. Now the dish to Iguodala. Stevenson against Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Not going to go that time. Pacers trail by 21. Collison with it. A stupendous finish in time. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. The feed to Pachulia. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, Kevin, how about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Stevenson outside. Screen by Jefferson. Stevenson drives in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They double team Curry. Here's Pachulia. And Pachulia with the dunk. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Well, Pachulia just keeps pounding away. Terrific finish at the rim.
Now here's Collison. Bogdanovich with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. And Bogdanovich kicks to Jefferson. Here's Turner. Second shot opportunity. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we see about him a lot. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stevenson outside. It's stolen by Curry. He dishes it to Thompson. Fires from the wing. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, Klay Thompson can score at all 3 levels, doing work in the mid-range right now.
Turner with the screen on Iguodala. Turner with the screen. And the wide open shot from Collison. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Boy, ran this man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Hit by Pachulia. Shoots from 12. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 23 points for Steph Curry. And the Pacers call time here. And a refined offensive skill set for the Croatian Bogdanovich.
Well, Bojan, his three-point shot, obviously a big part of his game. He can really heat it up from the perimeter. On any given night, this guy can go for 40.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to pull this guy off.
chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Victor Oladipo comes in for Lance Stevenson. Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. Collison kicks to Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
From 18 feet away, and it's Golden State with another.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Young dishes to Turner. Over Pachulia. And off the front, and in it goes. Turner's got 12 points here in the second half. Curry against Collison. Right side Curry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in 1 quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the 4th quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
When Curry is on the floor, you can just see how he impacts the play. Even when he doesn't have the ball, defenders can't help off too far or he'll make him pay. Doris, I've seen defenders give up an open layup just not to give Curry a clean look from deep.
Well, that's why the stat sheet doesn't tell the entire story relative to the influence Steph Curry has on the outcome of the game. The commitment required to cover Curry allows opportunities for other people on his team.
Just 5 on the clock. Warriors the rebound. Feeds to Durant. The pass to Thompson. Green with a screen on Oladipo. And Thompson kicks to Green. And that one is good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Steph Curry.
Boy, what a tremendous display of offensive firepower. It mattered not the size, the type of defender they put on him. He made easy work of it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Turner. Robinson comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Now here's West. Livingston passes to McCaw. Stolen by Joseph. And here they come. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
And here's Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how did you guys get this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Yeah, you guys played your best ball at the end and got the win. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.